Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Schiavone, personal trainer and online coach who helps guys and girls just like you to lose fat without having to give up any of the fun things in life, like having a social life, eating out, enjoying your favorite foods, and having a little bit of a drink every now and then. Make sure before we get started that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the little notification bell as well. Don't forget, as always, you can go over and follow me at my Instagram at Schiavonept. Any follows and likes that support the channel are greatly appreciated. So, in my last video, we talked about why you're going to the gym and you're not making any progress in terms of your fat loss. Today, we're going to be talking about why you're going to the gym, working hard, but you're not making any progress in trying to gain any muscle. Now, before any of you click off, especially the ladies, because you think that growing muscle and things is not relevant to you, hold your fucking horses, because it is. Because having muscle, growing and maintaining muscle is a fundamentally important part of fat loss and not just general health. We're not talking about turning you into looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But a little bit of muscle on the frame is good for you. With that, we're going to dive into point number one, and that is that you're not eating enough calories to grow. So, building muscle takes an excess of calories, which is the opposite of fat loss. So if you're not eating enough, you can be lifting weights and training as hard as you like. Your muscles are not going to grow and they're not going to respond. But that doesn't mean you should just be piling a pizza and ice cream into your face all the time to getting those excess calories. We should still be focusing on getting in good quality macro and micronutrient foods rather than just using it as an excuse to eat whatever we like. Because you need to be in a moderate, small calorie surplus, but we don't want to be gaining excess fat while we're in this surplus, which is why we want to keep the food healthier and better. If you're a particularly skinny guy or girl who's really struggling to lose weight, I suggest you check out this other YouTube video I did on why skinny guys struggle to gain weight. The link for that is in the description below as well. Point number two is one I hammer home a lot, and it's in pretty much all my videos, and that is that you're not eating enough protein. So protein is important. Protein is what helps the muscles to grow and repair. Without a sufficient amount of protein, your muscles are really going to struggle to grow and get any stronger. Now, the amount of protein you need is very much goal dependent. But typically for the average person, you'd be looking at 0.8 to 1.3 grams per pound of body weight. So that'd be roughly double in kilos. For athletes and people trying to get bigger, maybe like a bodybuilder, you want to go for the higher end. You might want to go for somewhere around 1.3 to 1.5 grams per pound. Again, double that for kilos. The more stress you put your body under, the more nutrients it needs to recover. So we should be trying to get our protein sources and our amino acids from a diverse range of sources. So beef, fish, chicken and poultry, eggs, dairy, nuts, seeds, etc. A diverse range of protein sources is going to suit you better than focusing on quite a narrow range or relying far too much on supplementation. Step number three is that you're not training intensely enough. So if your training lacks any intensity, you're not going to grow, you're not going to progress, you're not going to get any stronger in the gym. I see a lot of people, especially women, lifting very light weights and stuff that's not really going to cause any great amount of stimulus and progress. You have to be lifting heavy, but that's what's heavy relative to you, not anyone else, if you want to be making progress in the gym and growing some muscle. You need to be lifting with purpose and power and not just going through the motions on this. Point number four is that you're not getting enough sleep and you're not getting enough rest. Now, I've gone into more detail on this on one of my previous videos. You can check that video out here afterwards. But you need to be making sure you're getting enough sleep so we can keep your hormone levels, particularly cortisol and your human growth hormone levels, exactly where we want them. So sleep more, rest more. The fifth reason why you're probably not growing and getting any muscle is you're being really inconsistent. So you're very inconsistent with your training and very inconsistent with your nutrition and your rest. You need to make sure that you are staying on board with whatever plan you have set, whether that's nutrition or training or both. So stop program hopping. Stop going to the gym and doing the exact same thing all the time, or only lifting the same weight all the time. We need to be progressively overloading, so lifting more weight over time to grow muscle and get stronger. But you need to give it time. You need to be consistent. You've got to be consistent with the diet as well. You've got to be hitting your calories, hitting your macros, and giving it a chance to work. If you just expect short-term results, nothing's gonna happen. Point number 6, again, a point I've talked about before, is you're doing too much cardio. So from a muscle growth perspective, we don't want to be doing a lot of cardio. If you're only in a small surplus, but then you're already burning extra calories by doing more cardio than you should be, you're not gonna grow. You're not gonna give the muscles what they need to be able to make any chance of getting bigger and stronger. Now, of course, we should always be doing a little bit of cardio, but when you're trying to bulk and gain muscle, I'd always recommend trying to keep it to a minimum, even none at all, but just generally staying active day to day with walking and things like that. But your first priority should always be resistance training, and then using cardio as just something else on the side every now and then. Point number 7 is you're not trying or training to actually build mass. So as I've mentioned, weight training is the fundamentally important thing you need to be doing here. And there are a variety of theories and opinions as to what are the ideal rep ranges you need to be working out in order to grow muscle, the hypertrophy range. But typically it's going to be somewhere around the 3 to 4 sets and the 8 to 12 rep range to grow muscle. Heavier weight for lower reps and lower sets is more conducive to strength training, something you might do for, say, powerlifting or Olympic weightlifting, but not so much for, say, a physique goal. But you also need to be constantly challenging your body with progressive overload, which again, as I mentioned previously, is adding more weight over time, whether that's the weight physically getting heavier or more sets and more reps. Without that, if you're not challenging the body consistently, then it's not going to grow, it's not going to change or make any progress. But if it's really a physique-based goal you've got, then try to just progress the load over time, hit the muscles from as many different angles and have a good amount of variation in there as possible. But if you want to learn a little bit more in depth about what are my 4 top tips for growing muscle, you can check out my ebook, which you can download free from my website. It's called The Muscle Growth Matrix, and it's 4 scientifically proved reasons why you're gonna grow muscle. Point number 8 is that you're not supplementing correctly. Now, I've left supplementation till the end because really supplementation is pretty much the last thing you should be thinking about. Most of it is a waste of money and a waste of your time. But there are certain supplements that can help you. Now, you cannot and should not be relying on a protein shake or a powder or a pill to be doing the work for you and helping you build muscle and make gains. It doesn't work that way. You still have to be doing all the steps I've just mentioned previously, getting them down, 100% nailing that shit before you even start thinking about supplementation. But if we are going to talk about supplements, there are a few things I would generally recommend are quite good to take. We can start with a multivitamin so that you're getting any nutrition that you're maybe missing from your food, and a fish oil, something that's going to help with brain function and with joint function. On top of that, you may look at considering adding in a whey protein powder. Any is fine. Don't believe all the hype in the marketing. Just get one that's a reasonable price and has a flavor that you enjoy. But again, try and get as much of your protein from real food rather than from a protein powder. Then you may also consider adding creatine, which can help with power, performance, muscle growth. It gives you a bit of an extra boost in the gym. But again, it's something that you may actually not even notice the effect of. So don't think it's something that you have to take. No supplement is something that you have to take. So guys, if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell notification so you can be told exactly when I release my next video. And the topic of my next video is going to be on the best exercises that you can do to lose weight and lose fat. Also, as always, don't forget to go follow my Instagram at Schiavone PT. I post on there a little bit more regularly than I post on here. So if you guys want to keep up with my content, what I'm doing in my everyday life, check that out. You guys could also feel free to check out some of these other YouTube videos I've done before on fat loss, fitness, and life in general. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next video.